how do you think about talent, Paul, in this area? I mean, and is it acqui-hires? Where do you look? How do you think about it? And then I'd like to turn, when we have time, to the question of ESG, which you mentioned, which is huge. And I think it was also related to the talent question myself.
Yeah, it is. And I think talent is going to be a challenge. I was talking to someone earlier this week, and my wife used to be a high school guidance counselor. So she periodically would ask me to come in and speak to high school juniors and seniors about careers and so on. And I remember 20 years ago, I was telling them all to get into some kind of risk management because you had the opportunity to write your own check as everyone was looking at the fallout from global financial crisis and other places and how they manage that risk. If I had the opportunity to stand in front of a group of 17 and 18-year-olds today, it would be two things: stay in the math and the sciences and look at careers in data science or data engineering as well. I just think that is the way forward. I mentioned to you earlier, John, that my son is in an advanced math class in middle school, and he was toying with the idea of going back to quote unquote regular math. And I don't generally put my foot down a lot with him on things like that, but I said, absolutely not. I said, you will be doing yourself a disservice for your future. If at some point you don't use math, that's okay. But you will not be quitting now, because there's so much of what I see on a day in, day out basis that is heavily reliant on data science. I think the talent is going to be, we have to produce more of this. We have to go where the talent is. And as an industry, we need to make ourselves a destination of choice. And if we were to remain a stodgy old bank or stodgy old financial services, nobody's going to come work here. They're all going to go work for a fintech, and they'll do it for pennies on the dollar if they're doing something interesting.
Yes.
And we have to be competitive in that space. Plus, then we have to partner with the firms that are going to do things that are exciting, so we can tap into that talent, even if we're not directly developing it ourselves. But I do think it's a challenge that the industry, actually, I don't think it's restricted to financial services. I think industries broadly have to be able to develop that talent. And I'll look to some of the educational institutions. They have to promote this. And there are a couple here. I know Michigan State seems to hold this discipline pretty high. And anyone trying to get into this space is trying to get into Michigan State as one place. I don't have any association with that university. It's just they seem to come up every now and then as a haven of data science.